Hey there, everybody. I have some interesting and unusual things that I just wanted to show today because I know about enough to tell me when it's important to pick something up, but I don't always know what it is. So I welcome suggestions and ideas on some of these items that bewilder me. This one is kind of obvious. I'm pretty sure this was some type of hammerstone. By the way, all of these three items were found in a creek bed right next to a known Indian camp on some family property. So I'm fairly certain that things that come from that creek aren't just coincidental. Most rocks that come out of that creek are very squarish and rectangle shaped. You don't see very many rocks that are shaped any other way from that. So to find something round, that kind of stood out like a sore thumb. It appears to have been used maybe around these edges there and there. The rest of it, I think, is just patina from the creek. But I believe this is sandstone. Anyway, I just thought that was neat. It's a nice heavy piece. This is another piece I picked up in there that I thought was kind of unusual. I'm a little bit stumped here. I thought it was kind of unusual that it's got an irregular surface around the side, around this side. But if you go and look at the other side of the triangle, you can tell it's just perfectly flat and smooth. I don't really understand how something would get that way. It's also perfectly flat on the bottom. You have to excuse me, I'm fighting a allergy attack at the moment. But, so I thought that was kind of interesting about it. And of course the divot in the middle. It's not perfectly smooth, but I'm just not so sure about it. I wondered if maybe it was set in the lap. With this section in between the knees so that it could be used for grinding or anything of that sort. I really don't know. It may just be a really cool looking rock. But regardless, I took it out and brought it home. This one is also kind of a stumper. I don't know what this material is. I'm pretty sure that both of these are sandstone, but I don't know what this is. It sounds different. It feels different. It's smooth. It's kind of slick. But I thought it was unusual that it has all these marks along here. I don't know what those mean. It's not incredibly sharp or anything. Maybe it was at one point in time. This did come out of a creek bed that, has water in it regularly. It was partially submerged. Has this just seems to be a natural contouring of this rock. I don't really think anybody did that to it, but. And again, we have something that's flat, completely flat on the bottom. It will stand up that way. So I didn't know what use of this. I mean, it may have been something that a Native American picked up and just felt like could be useful and used it for something without having to do much to it. I'm not sure. Looks like the tip broke off a little bit. So anyway, that's that. Welcoming suggestions. That's what it looks like on the bottom. I don't know. Let's see here. All right. And this last item did not come from the creek. It came from a campsite that I hunt a lot and I found many things in. But I found this after the farmer plowed deep, real deep, like as deep as my knee. And I'm 5'8". So I'm not a small person. I cannot figure out what this is. It's not metal. It has to be stone. It's fairly heavy. Not heavier than it should be for its size, I don't think. But again, we have kind of rounded edges. And it rounds off and is smooth across the top. And then, you know, worked this way on the edge. And then it goes to a sharp edge and a completely flat bottom. Another sharp edge here, but rounded across the top. I have no idea what this is, folks. I've looked far and wide and I can't figure out anything. I don't even know where to begin looking. What type of words to use in a search to come up with ideas for this. And it looks like it could have either been just snapped off. I don't know. Or maybe it was just made that way. I really don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's primitive or ancient. I have no idea. I've asked the farmer and he's found some other pieces that are similar to this. Not identical, but kind of similar in that they're completely flat on the bottom, rounded off on the top. His are long, thin, rectangular shapes. Narrow, about like this wide. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting. If you have any ideas that can even point me in the right direction of where to begin searching, I would appreciate it, because I'd really like to get to the bottom of that one. I think about it a lot. It sits in the windowsill so I can ponder over it while I'm doing dishes, like the good wife does. All right, folks, enjoy watching your videos, and if you have any ideas, please let me know. I appreciate you watching.